The last queen's redemption. The silver arrow pulsed in Maiya's grip as she and her allies stood at the threshold of the final battle. The whispers of the last queen echoed in her mind, a plea and a warning entwined. The blood moon had fully risen, its crimson glow bathing the land in an eerie, unnatural light. The sky itself seemed to tremble, and the balance of the world stood on the edge of collapse. There was no turning back now. The last queen awaited them in the ruins of the forgotten citadel, an ancient throne once lost to time. It was there that Maiya would learn the truth. And it was there that the final battle for balance would be fought. The ascent to the throne. Their journey to the forgotten citadel was fraught with peril. The land twisted and fractured beneath their feet, rivers of crimson energy snaking through the earth as the Bloodmoon's influence deepened. The air grew heavy, filled with an oppressive force that weighed upon Maiya's shoulders like unseen chains. Veylan walked beside her, his blades drawn, eyes scanning the shadows. Something is wrong. It feels like the land itself is resisting us. Seraphine nodded, her hands aglow with protective magic. It's her. She's already awake. They pressed forward, cutting through cultists and shadowborn creatures that had risen from the depths of the queen's magic. The deeper they ventured, the more they realized the truth. The last queen wasn't just reviving the past. She was rewriting the future. Finally, they reached the gates of the forgotten citadel. The Queen of Blood and Stars. The throne room was bathed in an ethereal glow, a fusion of silver and crimson light that swirled in ghostly patterns. And there, seated upon the shattered throne, was the last queen. She was breathtaking and terrifying all at once. Her armor shimmered like liquid starlight, her crown a twisted blend of celestial silver and darkened bone. But it was her eyes that struck Maiya the hardest, ancient, sorrowful, and filled with something deeper than malice. "You came, huntress of balance," the queen murmured, her voice like the whisper of the wind. "You wield the bow, yet do you understand its burden?" Maiya stepped forward, bow in hand. "I understand that the world is breaking. And you're the cause." The queen's lips curved into a wistful smile. "No. I am the consequence. The echoes of the past demand justice. The world was imbalanced long before I returned. I am merely correcting it." Seraphine's voice was a sharp hiss. "By drenching it in blood? By returning it to what it was meant to be?" The queen's aura flared, and the throne room trembled. The elves were betrayed. Our kingdom was stolen. Balance is not peace. It is retribution. Maiya knew then, this wasn't just a battle of power. It was a battle of ideals. The final battle. The queen rose, her hands outstretched as celestial magic and abyssal energy converged around her. The room exploded into chaos as Maiya and her allies leapt into action. Arrows of pure energy clashed against spears of starlight. Veylan's blades met the force of spectral knights, summoned from the queen's memories. Seraphine wove spells of flame and frost, but the queen countered them with effortless precision. Maiya's breath came fast, her mind racing. The queen was not fighting to destroy, she was fighting to reshape. Every movement, every attack was meant to bend the world to her will. And then she saw it, the queen's hesitation. The flicker of doubt behind her eyes. "You don't want this," Maiya called out, dodging a blast of energy. "You don't want to destroy the world. You want to fix it. But this isn't the way." The queen faltered. For the briefest moment, the power around her wavered. It was all Maiya needed. She drew the silver arrow, its light radiating against the crimson of the blood moon. With a whispered prayer, she loosed it straight at the queen's heart. The world seemed to freeze. The arrow struck true, but instead of piercing flesh, it dissolved into light. The queen gasped, her body trembling as silver and crimson energy wove around her. The darkness receded, unraveling like threads in the wind. And then, she fell. Maiya caught her before she hit the ground. Redemption and dawn. The queen's form was fading, her strength leaving her. "I was wrong," she murmured, her voice barely audible. "Balance is not vengeance. Tears burned in Maiya's eyes. No, it isn't. But you can still make it right. The queen looked up at her, and for the first time, there was peace in her gaze. With her last breath, she lifted her hands, releasing the final remnants of her power into the sky. The blood moon cracked. The crimson light faded, replaced by the first golden rays of dawn. The land sighed, as if exhaling a breath it had held for centuries. The war was over. Maiya knelt beside the queen's body as it dissolved into stardust, returning to the cosmos. The last queen was gone. And balance had finally been restored. A new era. In the days that followed, the world began to heal. The rebellion had won, but now came the greater challenge, rebuilding what had been broken. Maiya stood atop a cliffside, gazing out at the horizon. The bow of eternal balance rested at her side, its power quiet for now. Veylan approached, arms crossed. So what now? Maiya exhaled, feeling the weight of the journey behind her. We move forward. One step at a time. Seraphine grinned. No more ancient evils trying to rewrite the world? Maiya chuckled. For now. The sun rose over the lands of Eldoria, casting light on a future yet to be written. Balance was never meant to be static. It was meant to be fought for. And as long as she lived, Maiya would fight for it.
The road ahead, unseen, untold. Will she break, or will she hold? Rise, O herald of the dawn. Through the storm the path is drawn. Crowned in embers, veiled in light. Yet the shadow waits inside.